Ladies, are we proposing to our men? Is that the new wave? Let's jump into it.
Ready to go in the shower, and it's finally hitting me that I'm proposing tomorrow to my boyfriend. And I know what everybody's gonna think, and I already know what everybody's gonna say, but honestly, I don't even care. I love him so much, and I know he loves me, and this is just something that I feel I have to do. I really want to get married. We've been together for 14 years already. He hasn't proposed. I know he wants to spend the rest of his life with me. He says it all the time. And we're in love, even after this long. So why not? But I didn't actually think I would get nervous. I wasn't nervous. I've had this planned for about a month or so. Tomorrow is the anniversary of our very first kiss ever. And I plan on asking him to marry me tomorrow on the anniversary of our first kiss. Our actual anniversary is the beginning of December, and I was gonna wait until then, but I feel like that's too expected and I want him to be surprised. So tomorrow is the day. Nobody knows about this. The only one that knows about this in my family is my son. And tomorrow I am also going to be asking his dad for his blessing. I'm super nervous, so please wish me luck. It's the end of the day.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Legs, and I would greatly appreciate if you would consider supporting the channel by liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Also, please hype the videos if you can. Today we are back with another Tea with Lex segment. I know I've been real short on these this year because I've been going through a lot. But if you did not check out my one on the Danish deception, go check that one out. I want to bring this segment back where I basically talk about either TikTok, pop culture, just random stuff that does not necessarily have to do with TV shows. Today, we are going to be talking about these TikToks that I have been seeing of the ladies proposing to their men.
I'd rather mop the ocean. I'd rather eat a jean jacket. I'd rather trim the front lawn with toenail clippers. I'd rather retake organic chemistry. I'd rather count every single grain of sand on 7 Mile Beach. I'd rather answer the door when a Jehovah's Witness knocks. I'd rather go to the DMV and let people cut ahead of me. I'd rather eat at Arby's than ever propose to a man. And to my knowledge, this man did accept the proposal, so congratulations to the happy couple. Outside of tradition, the main reason why I would just never propose to a man is because typically the proposal to the man is what the wedding day is to the woman. Because during the proposal, it's typically the man that plans how he's going to do it, how he's going to ask, whether to involve your family and friends or not. And the moment is really about him not only professing his love for his lady, but submitting to her. And I would just never want to take that moment away from my future husband.
So a couple of weeks back, this TikTok went viral. I saw it on my own For You page of this girl. I believe her name is Stella. And basically, she proposed to her man. She puts the ring right on his finger, showing off the ring, all of that. This had the internet in a frenzy, wondering what is going on? Why are you doing this, girl? Is it really worth all of that? So she actually posted a response TikTok basically saying that, oh, we've been together for 14 years. We also find out, I believe they have 3 to 4 kids together, and their relationship is fantastic. It is great. They are doing better than most married couples. And I was like, okay. But then I'm scrolling on TikTok again, and I see another video, this time by somebody named Anne. And she is on one full knee in a dress and everything, proposing to her man. And I'm like, not again. This is not the first time that I have seen ladies proposing to their man. I feel like this topic comes around every now and then where we have this conversation. Is it okay as a woman to propose to a man? Would you ever do it? Blah, blah, blah. And it really gets the internet abuzz. And as expected, this definitely got the internet abuzz.
If I propose to you?
Probably would have said no.
What if it was after 14 years?
I'm sorry. 14 years?
Yeah.
We probably shouldn't be together if we're not married by then.
Everybody's asking me about my thoughts on that woman who proposed to her boyfriend of 14 years because I'm pretty open about being a feminist. I'm not even gonna soften it by saying I'm a girl's girl. Personally, for me, I will tell my daughter to never ever propose to a man. Of course, I believe in equality, but we live in a society and the reality is once a woman gets married, her options dwindles. Once she has kids, her options dwindle further. Once she ages, it goes down even more. Meanwhile, men don't face the same discrimination. Is it fair? Of course not. Will I engage in such discrimination? Also, no. But I see playing by society's rules like purchasing insurance. Do I plan on getting sick? No, I'm just making sure I don't fuck up my life. So before you choose to commit yourself to a man, he better be madly in love with you, obsessed with you. You are his Roman Empire. He is putting you on a pedestal up here so that as you get married, as you have kids, as you age, the pedestal may get a bit lower, but at least you're still on a pedestal. Or you know what? At least you're still on the same platform, not down here. I agree it is not fair, but marriage can really fuck up a woman's life, which is why I will tell my daughter I'd rather have her be a stay-at-home daughter for life than commit to a man who can't even propose to her and will not treat her the way her dad treats me.
Let's talk about women proposing to men. This past week, I saw multiple videos of women proposing to their very long-term boyfriends. Why do men historically propose to women? You have to understand the history of marriage. I read that marriages began in the Stone Age as a way of building alliances and connecting separate people groups. In Marriage, a history by Stephanie Kuntz, the author states that marriage spoke to the needs of the larger group. It converted strangers into relatives. As civilizations got more complex, so did the role of marriage. Marriage became an economic and political transaction. For almost the entire time the concept of marriage has existed, women have been treated as property. Women were traded from one family to another in exchange for land, money, protection. This on top of the fact that the bride was often still a child. In far too many cultures throughout history, women had almost no say in who they married. Then in the late 18th century, social norms started to shift towards people choosing their spouses based on love and personal affection. This was viewed as radical, irrational, and a doomed way to choose a spouse, especially since people believed women were too emotional and irrational to be trusted to select a good husband. They also believed men had more to lose by getting married and were more rational and level-headed decision makers, thus informing the norm and tradition of men being the ones to propose. Then in the 19th century, Europeans and Americans moved away from the idea that their women were property to be bought, sold, or traded. With the rise of love marriages came the notion that men are the providers and that the women are the nurturers. Because men were expected to provide for their wives, proposals often coincided with when men were financially ready for marriage. So why do people believe that men should still be proposing in cis-hetero relationships? I read in an article, Why Don't Women Propose?, that a researcher found that men who propose are performing for two audiences, the woman and their friends and family. And ignoring the social norm of men proposing causes confusion and chaos. Proposal is a misnomer because the question of marriage is often discussed and mutually agreed upon well in advance of a proposal. So when a woman proposes to a man who has refused to commit to marriage, it even goes against our modern views of what a marriage proposal is and should be. I read in an article that an event planner who had planned hundreds of proposals had only seen one woman propose to a man. This woman's boyfriend asked her to marry him every year for 7 years, but she kept saying no. And when she finally decided to say yes, she contacted an event planner to plan a proposal to him. And while one could argue that man was owed a proposal, why did he keep asking if she wasn't ready? Red flag.
Now, I am of a few minds on this topic. I'm gonna make something very clear first. You will never catch me. Lex, me, you will never catch me proposing to a man. Your girl is married, but in either case, you will never, ever catch me on one knee proposing to a man. I am, however, the kind of person where to each their own, right? If this is something that works for your couple and works for your relationship, more power to you. However, I do have some issues with the ladies that we've seen go viral that propose to their men. There's always some commonalities in all of these women that propose to their partner. Number one, the man never looks thrilled. In every single one of these videos I've seen, the man has either been upset later, because there's been other incidents where we've literally heard that the man was upset later on or called it off completely, or you could see on his face, he is like, what in the world is going on? Look, I consider myself to be a progressive person, but there are just some things societally that I feel like we have not moved past yet. And I feel like one of them is being a woman proposing to your man. Number two, every single woman that I've seen propose to their partner always has to go out of their way to prove to us how good their relationship is. Oh girl, what that was in the first video that has 3 kids. She had to prove to us that the relationship is fantastic. She posts this other video of him tying her shoe and him trying to unscrew that door for like 2 minutes. And it's like, if your relationship is so good, if you guys are so happy, if your relationship is better than most married couples, then why, one, do you feel the need to prove it to us? 2, why weren't you okay then just being in a long-term partnership? Why didn't he propose in the first place? I am of firm belief that if a man wants to marry a woman, he's going to propose to her. Truly, I really believe that. I really think that if he has not proposed, it's because he does not want to. But I also ask the question, if the relationship is so good, then why did you need to get married in the first place? Right? Because I just feel like all the time that the women that are caping for this stuff and saying, it's okay, we're so happy, our relationship is better than married couples, then why couldn't you wait for his endless timeline in order to go get married if it doesn't matter? If you guys are so happy together. I'm gonna be honest, doing wifey shit for somebody who's not your hubby is kind of crazy to me. And if you are somebody that wants marriage, because that's also the kind of prerequisite thing of this whole thing, is that we're talking about women that want marriage. I have no problem with people who are in long-term relationships that do not want to get married. That is perfectly fine. But obviously in the case of these women, they value and they want marriage. So to me, it's also like, why do you have 4 kids with a man who did not want to marry you? Fine, I get 1 kid, maybe even 2 kids. But 4 different times you are out here doing all the wifey stuff for this man. Why would he even feel the need to have to propose to you when you're giving him everything? I don't get it, personally. So to me, again, I say, if you're so happy in your relationship, then why do you feel the need to step out of your way and propose to the man? But as I said before, you would never catch me doing that. You would never, honey. I saw a comment on TikTok that said, I would rather paint a house with nail polish. And honestly, me too. Because I'm just of such firm belief that if a man wants to propose to you, he's gonna do it. Men are proposing, rain, shine, money, no money. Really ready to commit, not ready to commit. If they want to do it, they're going to do it. And the fact that these men have not means that they either A, don't feel a desire or a need to because they're getting everything they want, or B, they just simply don't want to marry you. But I don't know, look, we trying to keep these segments short, so that is what I got. I wanted to know what y'all think. So please let me know in the comments what you think about the ladies proposing to their partners. And if you made it to this point of the video, that means you liked the video. So I would greatly appreciate if you would consider supporting the channel by liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Please hype the videos if you can, and I will talk to you guys in my next one.